Hey there, welcome to my video about Forescout and Pre-Auth. Let's start. So what we've got in this lab is a iSight VM, which is going to be doing this for us. We've got a test switch, which is just an old Cisco switch I've got lying about. And we've got a Dell laptop which is pretending to be a CCTV server head end, which is on the CCTV VLAN. We've got a Reolink IP PoE CCTV camera, which is pretending to be our device on the network. Well, it is. So these are patched into interface 2 and interface 4 on the switch here. As you can see, they are on VLAN 60 with all the relevant config in there. Same for that one. So at this moment in time, both of those, well, those interfaces are currently shut down. So we don't have any authenticated sessions. So just going to set up a ping from my machine to those IP addresses. 60.2 is the IP of the head end server. Make sure it carries on. And then 60.19 is the IP address of the CCTV camera. So as you can see, nothing's happening, but we wouldn't expect it to because the ports are shut down and they're not authenticated. So over here in the Forescout console, we've got our policies. Let's just have a quick look at options. So we can see under the radius part there, we've got our pre-admission authorization. There's a couple of rules in there because I've been testing, but basically that first one is saying the NAS IP address. If it matches that, then we're going to apply here. So that NAS IP address is the management IP address of my test switch. So if you get a radius request coming from here, then you're going to apply a interface level ACL. We're going to permit IP traffic to the Forescout IP address, which is 192.168.10.135, and we're also going to allow ICMP on there as well. So let's give it a go and see what happens. Just have a quick run through what we're looking at here as well. So for this one, we are looking for the device to be a member of the CCTV devices group. The NIC vendor needs to be Reolink because that's the manufacturer of the camera, and we need to have port 443 open. So if that criteria is true, and it also finds the MAC address in the MAR in Forescout, so we're looking for that to be true, then it will radius authorize that port, and hopefully we get ourselves some network traffic. Same for this one, slightly different criteria, not quite as clever. So NIC vendor isn't that, and we're looking for the vendor and model from the classification to be Dell. But the actions are the same. Is the MAC address there? If so, let's get this device online. Okay, and also just a quick check, we are looking for the switch port VLAN to be VLAN 60, which is what determines it's the CCTV device, so that will put it in the group CCTV devices. Okay, so back over to our devices here. What we will do is we will enable the interface of one of these devices. So we're going to go for the camera first on interface 4. Okay, so we're just going to check see if there's any authentication sessions. Not just yet, because the camera takes a short while to boot up once it's got its connection. There we go, so the interface is connected, that's good. Still no sessions. Camera's still booting up. There we go. So we're authenticated because we hit that pre-auth rule. and that's our device. So if we have a look at the access control list, we can see there that there is an interface level access control list, allowing those comms we require to iSight. As you can see, there was also no pings before I switched over. So we have discovered that that device is there. For some reason it hasn't quite updated in that policy yet. I'm sure it'll be there in a moment. Ah, there we are. It's in there. Let's hope it appears on that, and it's also in there as well because it meets the criteria. So the CoA authorise isn't immediate. I've got a delay on there of 20 seconds just so you can actually see it's doing something. So hopefully, if we flick back, there we go. Okay, so we've had radius authorised success. Let's have a look, see what that means. Well, would you believe it? We've got a ping going on. If we have a look on the switch, we'll see that the port is still authenticated, nothing's changed there. And okay, and okay, the laptop has popped up now, which is good. The criteria for the laptop isn't quite as clever as that for the camera. And there we go. Both devices got hit by the pre-auth access control list. Both devices met some criteria by talking to Forescout. The ACL was removed. The devices are on the network. Happy days. Thank you for watching this little video on Forescout.